Trick for you to make all your pieces exactly the same size. Pick out one of them, the ones you cut, the first one, and just keep stacking it on top of the other and then sliding it up against. And then all your pieces are going to end up being the exact same size in the end when you're using a chop saw. All right, about an hour and a half, we have all the pieces cut and drilled. Need to clean them up on the grinder a little bit and get them ready to weld and make a jig to hold it. If you look, I did double holes so I can scoot it forward and back 1 inch if I change my mind later. And this little plate is going to be a wear plate that's going to weld on the bottom plate and cover up the holes for the spring pin. Now the spring pin, I'm not going to use a normal spring pin. We're going to use a grade 8 bolt. And we're going to have the head down, and that head is a little less than 1/4 of an inch. So it'll go down in that pocket, and then it'll be covered, so you don't have to worry about it getting hit or broken. And then the nut's going to be on the top. Traditional spring pin, the nut's going to be on the bottom on a spring under application, but we're going to flip it around and do it the other direction. So that should all work. I need to change the spring pins out, and then I got to rig it up and jig it and weld it. Okay, we have this all set up on my jig, which is just basically a piece of 2-inch square tubing to be clamped together and hold it straight so I can weld this thing up. All right, there's one welded up, 3 more to go. I'll clean it up a little bit and knock all the little beads off and get her painted up, and I'll probably grind the front edge of that wear plate a little bit so it doesn't catch. But there's 1 out of 4. Let's get the rest of them done. Well, there we are, all 4 welded up, ground down a little bit, and gonna put some paint on them. And then swap them spring pins around in the rear springs and see if I can get them bolted on. The front axle, I might try to make some plates to move the center pin, because the way the perch is made on that, you can't just drill a new hole. So I might try to make a plate to move that, or I might make new spring perches altogether. I haven't decided yet. All right, we got them all together, got some paint on them. Stick on the rear end for now. I'm not going to trim the U-bolts until I'm done, because I don't know if I'm going to have to add anything, make it thicker or anything like that, so might as well wait. As you see, when it's all said and done and trimmed off, the lowest thing is going to be the actual spring that's going to be below it. So overall, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm going to work on the front now and get them all set up for it. I made myself a set of offset plates. So basically what these are going to do is allow you to stick this head here into the original spring pin hole on the original perch. And then you're going to have this hole, which is going to be your new hole for your spring perch, and they're 1 inch offset. I made these by using 3/8 plate, drilling the holes, and you drill and tap this one for a 3/8 coarse thread, and the cap screw is the proper diameter for the hole that's in the existing perch. So you put it in there, some Loctite after you tap it, and then trim her down flat, and then you got an offset perch. We'll see how this works. I might end up just making whole new perches, because if I have to change the caster in the front end, I might as well cut them completely off and start over. But for the time being, I can use these and see how it works. Okay, there we go. Front spring plate's all done. Offset 1 inch to the front for a little more less front overhang on the spring. I said I'll trim these when I'm all done, and I know I don't have to add anything else or shims or redo it, but in the meantime, I think we're ready for getting them into a frame whenever I get it. So that covers that. One other thing, when you do this style, you do have to grind on the housing a little bit, because the U-bolt moves over. Because otherwise the U-bolt won't go straight. Nothing big, but you just gotta grind a little more clearance so the U-bolt goes down straight and tightens up. But other than that, that wraps it up. I don't know what the next little project's gonna be. Probably gonna have to wait till I get the Jeep. In the meantime, I have other things I need to get ready. Need to start working on my GMC for that trip. And I kind of need to work on our garden tractors for tractor pull coming up, but we'll see if I get time to do that. I'll see y'all later.